PUP Philippines, IIUM Malaysia, ISU Philippines, FCPC Philippines, WCC Philippines SRM University, Galgotia University, Amity University, and much more government and private organizations in different countries. At IFERP, we believe that there's always a better way to treat professionals, and that is what we do. If you would like to see more or go deeper on IFERP, you can visit our website at www.iferp.in.
Our incredible IFERP application has been launched and is now available for curious scientific researchers. It is presented as a delightful platform for academic and research breakthrough, which you can get right now from the Google Play Store for upcoming conference updates. With high expectations and responsibilities, the second International Conference on Innovative Research in Engineering and Technology is taking place virtually. The current research development and transformation to advanced industrial practices brought necessity to organize this knowledge event. ICIRET 2022 will inspire and welcome innovative ideas, methodologies, research findings, and processes in engineering and technology. With research progressing at the accelerated pace, young scholars, students, and researchers in the early stages of their career are finding it harder than ever to keep up. This conference aims at helping them get up to the speed with all the latest advancement. The ideas of the ICIRET 2022 is to build a platform for experts, academicians, technicians, scholars from global university industries to coverage through together and present complementary research project that informs and illuminate delegates about the progress being made. I would like to welcome all our honorable dignitaries. First, I would like to welcome our session chair, Dr. Shestra Chabra, member of Faculty Management, Tally College School, Indo, and Mrs. Swed, Professor, Welltech Multitech University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Thank you for joining us even during this pandemic situation and imparting their expertise with us. I would also take this opportunity to welcome all our presenters from across the world who have spared their valuable time in enlightening us with their latest research studies. I would also like to welcome all our attendees to join us today. On behalf of all dignitaries and participants, we are happy to release our second International Conference on Innovative Research in Engineering and Technology, ICIRET-22, Proceeding Books. Next, I would welcome Dr. Shesha Sabha, member of Faculty Management, Delhi College Business School, Indore. Dr. Shesha Sabha holds PhD degree in labor welfare. He has a teaching experience for almost 21 years and taught us undergraduate, postgraduate, executive program, PhD coursework level, and guided research. In his present assignment, he is associated as a member of faculty with DCBS, an affiliated college of De Montfort University, UK. He was associated with the Renaissance University as coordinator research, wing and PhD supervisor. He has published in national and international journals, conferences, and dailies. He is associated as reviewer with Global Journal of Labour, University of Witwatersrand, South Africa. Web of Science, Journal of HRM, Science Publishing Group, New York, USA, Journal Press India, Cases Focus Journal, UK and Hinwai, USA. And as a member of editorial board with Annals of Human Resource Management Research, Indonesia, International Journal of Science and Management Studies, and International Journal of Academic Research and Development. He is also a research member of Asia Research News, IFERP, and RFI. He is a mentor with Startup India, a Government of India platform for nourishing entrepreneurship. He was appointed as a member of Outreach Committee of ICCIMBE, International Conference organized by IFERP and Panipat Institute of Engineering and Technology, Haryana. He has conducted MDPs for MSME, State Electric Board, police, and other corporate as well. He has been organized by Rotary Club, MIT Business School, and EMG SSM Trust. Now I would like to deliver his welcome speech.
Thank you very much. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much for such a lovely introduction of mine. Would you mind if I can share my screen? And I would not take more than 5 to 7 minutes of all the delegates. And we are running short of time since we started off a little late. So I would like this conference to give everyone a fair chance to present their topics with us. And I'm sure that my screen would be equally visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So I would like to welcome all of you to this second international conference on innovative research in engineering and technology. I'm Dr. Srish Chhabra. I'm a part of Delhi College Business School at India, and we are affiliated to De Montfort University at UK. What I would be talking to you in is a very simple idea. I understand that many of my friends who would be presenting today, they would be talking about various ideas into technology. They would be talking about various aspects of technology. So I would be presenting to you my idea of technology, my understanding of technology, and I would be talking to you the human idea of technology. Since I have done my master's in information technology and my doctorate in labor, so I will try and combine these two ideas to present to you today. So another 5-7 minutes for with your permission. See, we all understand that during COVID, technology was an essential idea. So we were all at homes. There were lockdown situations. So we were trying to do something with work from home type of things. For many of us, it was a new thing. For IT guys, it is it's okay. They can sit and code at any time and from anywhere. But for many of us, it was a newer situation, and technology was an essential idea during the COVID. I would not like to stretch much ideas onto it, and my presentation would be based on my observations that we can all, or rather we would have all done across the thing or as a part of our experiential learning. So post-COVID, since we are getting over with the COVID, though there are waves coming up, but fairly we are inoculated, we have been vaccinated, now we know the treatment. So in post-COVID situation, we continue to reap the benefits of technology as it has offered to us. Like say, recently in my place, there were elections of a local government body, and for some reasons the kids were not able to go to school. So during such time also the schools were able to conduct the classes, the teaching, the knowledge sharing was going on, because we have the beautiful Zoom and other platforms through which we can share our idea, like say we are doing it right now. So such type of distance meetings, me present with this August gathering. So this is all possible because of technology. So there is a seamless flow of information. I was just going through this thing that IFERP has launched their own app where you can get all types of notification. So, and obviously some of my fellow presenters would be talking about that, how AI would be changing the face of the things that we do and and how we consume those things. But I have got certain questions to pose to this August gathering, and then I would be sharing my ideas also. So my questions are here: can technology replace humans, or would it add to the human efficiency? Is technology trying to make human a 24/7 type of available type of thing? Is technology, robotics, automated systems, they are a replacement to workforce? Or is it easy to manage robots than to humans? And I have got my own ideas, my own solutions to what I can, what I would like to talk about. See, technology has made people more accessible to people, no doubt in that. As I said, during COVID, we had all observed this. And technology, COVID has taken out that distinction what we had between the work and the home. Now, some people, some industries are still working from home, especially the IT. But the bitter side of it is that what I feel and I observed, and what research also indicate, and this was I had done one of my researches as to work from home. The bosses think that you're available 24/7, or at least 16/7 if they bless you with your 8 hours of time. At least so you are available 16/7. WhatsApp is the new notice board, and everyone is required to say a thumbs up or say write an okay on whatever time earliest possible. When you have checked the message, you have to do some reaction onto it so that the bosses know that yes, you have read the message. And then they would be checking on the info to see that how many of people have read and they have not reacted. Okay, so if you are at home, then your week starts at Sunday. Forget about something as Monday as the week, starting day of week. So in that way, you think over this idea as to how how you try and maintain that work-life balance issues. You're progressing in technology. I'm not trying to demean technology by no ways. No, I'm also using technology. I'm also fond of technology. But is that does this accessibility means that would create an imbalance, or that would create a question mark over the work-life issues? That is one thing that we as a researcher need to think over. Second, we are as part of Southeast Asia, we are home to large population. Around 39-40% of population of the world resides in within the Asia, especially the Southeast Asia. So I personally believe that since we are a home to and we have got a large population to support, technology should be a job enabler, should be a job creator. Like for example, if you order something online, somebody would come to your home to deliver that. So you have got an access through technology that you can get the things delivered right at your doorstep. And let me remind you, the people who do this delivery jobs are the one who are who are less privileged, who are may not be fairly educated for that mean, but now they have got a job. Okay, they have got a mobile, they have got some delivery van or some delivery vehicle, and then they have got a job. So you think about booking a taxi if you want to go somewhere, thinking about any such services which are offered by human and which are enabled by technology. So these businesses would or they have added to large employment, especially at the bottom of the pyramid. And this is how we are trying to create more jobs. And that's what my next point is. I do agree that some of arguments which I keep hearing and some of the researchers which I keep reading, they talk about that technology, if the technology would take away a job, it would create some jobs, erstwhile, it would create some job elsewhere. Jobs that were not present, maybe say before 5 years, are present now. You have got something as content writer. So you could not have thought about a content writer maybe 10 years hence. And you never know what would be the next type of a job that you and me would be doing in next 10 years. I do understand that, I talk to many HR people, and they have got some issues as to how they manage humans, and that's a challenge. Okay. Like say, for example, it's easy to get a coffee from a coffee vending machine than to order it through a human and get it. I do understand this, but we need to understand that technology has to be an enabler. Our researchers must be driven into this idea that how technology can drive our efficiency, how it can be an enabling thing uh, in the situation that we are in the future, that it can be. Like say, for example, I just mentioned about COVID. So in medicine, there are algorithms which are prepared, and I'm sure some of you would be talking about this, that as to how we can predict a better prediction towards diseases just based on certain algorithms. Or we had gone through the online consultation with doctors. We had an e-pharmacy. So all this are meant to aid the human population, not only the impulse. Now, I come on to this idea that every technology, whenever you introduce technology into a system, people would resist the change. Agreed. That's a natural. If change is an inevitable and natural process, I believe that resistance is equally a natural process. And why it is a natural process? To some extent, because uh, you know people want to know that where is their interest, where is their what interest does it lies in. what deliverables will it serve to me? What deliverables will it deliver to me? So if you are able to show that deliverables to the people, if you are able to show that no, technology is not trying to replace you, but it is trying to aid you, it is trying to help you in increasing your productivity, in increasing your efficiency, that's probably the best answer, that how you can bring about a change, a positive change in people, and they would start adopting the technology. I was once listening to a professor from Harvard, and he said that COVID just happened to us. We were not prepared for it, and absolutely not only people at Harvard, but none of us was prepared into it. But we started our own preparation. We started adopting to technology. We started taking classes online and whatnot. So we have all we have all found its deliverables, and that's what we are trying to adopt to it. And I would like to equally focus on my some of my last ideas. We do understand that technology is definitely a great boost, a great help to the customer. But delivering to customers don't mean that you put a burden on employee. Okay. I strongly believe that if you want to create a customer relationship, you have to first invest into employee relationship. An employee who is well trained, an employee who is well agreed, who is in time, who is happy, that would create a strong delivery to the customer. I again emphasize on that. Technology has made people more accessible, but that doesn't mean that there is something that is the office time, there is something that is out of office time, even during the post-COVID also. So we must create that in office, out office time, even if we are working from homes. Okay. So we need to create that understanding that technology can talk to us. And I would like to leave you with this idea that technology is a human thing. It's not a technical issue. We are no longer looking whether we are delivering it to customers, we are delivering it to employee. They are all humans. So we should try and look technology as a human idea. It's not a technical idea is only that how it would work. Okay, but what deliverables it would create, that's where the human idea is. That's where I believe most of the research today would also focus on. And that's what I urge to the esteemed contributors in this conference, that when we are deliberating over this issue and this idea of technology and how technology would be a great thing in future, we should not forget about that it's all meant for humans. It should be human-centric ideas. We should not look into technology in silos. We should create technologies which are meant to ease the life of people, both the customers and the employees. Thank you very much for your patience and time. I would like to thank IFERP for and the coordinators for providing me this opportunity to be with you today morning. And especially, I would like to thank PT from IFERP. Thank you very much. And now, may I request the coordinator so that we can begin with the session.
Thank you for your speech, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I would request all the participants to turn on their cameras for group photo.
All of you, please switch on your cameras. Okay, so are we done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and shall we continue with the proceedings of the conference, the session of the conference? Shall we continue with the proceedings of the conference? Shall we start with the technical session?
Okay, let's start with the session. I would like to welcome Maria Anthony Ranesh to present the paper Information Technology Governance Framework with Artificial Neutral Network and Balanced Scorecard to improve the success rate of software project.
Okay, and before you start your presentation, I would request all the contributors to please stick to their, their basic objectives and findings. Okay, so rather than focusing on the focusing on the theory part, if you can, if you can focus on what is your idea onto the topic that you are presenting, that would be a great input for us. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please continue.
Okay. Thank you. Good day to everyone. Before I start, thank you, Dr. Chabra, sir, for your insights on the technology. I think each and every topic that we are going to discuss today is kind of related to what you have said. So I think it's very much useful, and thanks for that. Okay. So it's a lovely Saturday with this opportunity to share my findings about information technology governance framework, mainly on the artificial neural network and balanced scorecard to improve the success rate of the software projects. My name is Maria Anthony Ranesh. I'm a research scholar as well as I work as a governance manager in one of the leading bank. I kind of do a part-time research with Satyabama University in Chennai. Okay, so I have a very simple agenda today, starting with an introduction. We'll tell you about the framework, proposed approach, and advantages. We'll try to wrap it up in 5 to 7 minutes, and we can have a Q&A session to answer your questions towards the end of the session. So, in terms of the overall approach or agenda, the topic is on IT governance. Governance is one of the terms that we use on a day-to-day basis, right? We have seen many examples in terms of good governance or a bad governance in our day-to-day life. But the focus of this presentation is going to be on the IT governance or software governance. So it's basically an end-to-end governance approach which helps to manage the IT projects in order to achieve their strategic objectives. So the overall goal or the overall objective of this entire topic is to improve the success rate of the software projects, because as we all know, software is one of the key stream in terms of the technology and provides a lot of value in the day-to-day life of every human being. So improving the success rate of software projects is going to benefit each and every human being in this world. So this approach will also kind of add some value in terms of increasing the overall success rate of the project. And we use artificial intelligence like artificial neural network as well as balanced scorecard to improve the success rate. One of the main challenge that we have in this entire approach or the entire software governance is we have many customized and confidential governance pattern used across the organization. And this confidential governance pattern varies according to the type of the company, as well as the type of the project, as well as the type of the strategy or objective that we use. So it is completely customized and it is unique to each and every organization. And throughout this study, this is an ongoing study through various aspects. One of the things that we are trying to use here is the artificial neural network as well as the balanced scorecard for tracking purpose. I found this to be exceptionally effective to improve the overall success rate of the project rate. And when we see about the governance, IT governance, the main objective or the main focus area is around the 5 topics. So as you can see here, the IT governance has value on the overall strategic alignment, in terms of the goal of the project, or in terms of how to attain a particular strategy, the IT governance plays a key role. Similarly, value delivery. It's not just a delivery, it's a value delivery to ensure the project is not exceeding the timeline or exceeding the budget or exceeding the overall scope. And similarly, we also have a greater focus in terms of the risk management. When we come to the project specific to banking projects or any other regulatory and mandatory projects, we need to ensure we have a proper risk management process. And IT governance plays a very, very vital role in that as well. And similarly, we also have IT governance plays a vital role in terms of the performance management as well as resource management as well. So these are some of the key focus areas of the overall governance, and the overall approach is kind of structured around these focus areas. And when I say IT governance, it doesn't mean we have to start from the scratch. We already have a well-established industry standard governance framework for the last 20 years. I have just listed a few governance framework for reference here. One is the COVID Control Objective for Information Technology, where they have already defined 37 IT processes. So we already have objectives, KPIs, but the only one thing is it is an overall framework covering various projects. And similarly, we also have ITIL, which is focused in terms of the very specific service management activities. And another example is CMMI, the Capability Maturity Model Integration. And we also have multiple levels starting from 1 to 5. So these are all various governance framework which is already in the industry and effectively used across multiple companies as well. So what value add or what addition we are going to do is we are going to try to use this IT governance framework effectively along with artificial neural network or along using the balanced scorecard process to ensure these frameworks are effectively used and effectively helping in the terms of improving the overall success rate of the projects. So that's on the overall introduction about the IT governance framework. So in this proposed approach, as I said earlier, there are two main pillars. One is the artificial neural network, another one is the balanced scorecard. And I have very valid data points or reasons for using these artificial intelligence process as well. The reason being, as you all know, using artificial neural network, we can kind of model the entire governance reporting process, and we can also improve the tracking. So when I say reporting, we will have opportunity to improve the management reporting. Thereby, we can improve the management decisions, which can be taken at the right time and help to improve the overall success rate of the project. Another one is the overall focus of the governance policies. As I said in the initial slide, we have customized policies and procedures for each and every companies. And we can have a customized reporting based on the overall governance policies and ensure those policies are adhered. And that will help to achieve or adhere to the overall strategy that we have or overall strategic alignment of the project and the organization. Similarly, the focus can be in multiple levels because we have many types of software companies here. We have small size companies, mid-size companies, or enterprise level companies. But this process, which we are going to define with the artificial neural network or balanced scorecard, can be applied at a project level. So project is going to be a small scale projects which with a defined start date and end date. And similarly, we can also apply this at a program level. A program is generally a group of projects where we have multiple projects related to a certain alignment. And this can also be applied at a portfolio level. What we call portfolio is generally a combination of projects as well as programs with some strategic objectives. So this process can be used at a project level or a program level or a portfolio level and align this with the overall governance policies of the organization. But why we need the balanced scorecard, the second important pillar of the entire process, because of the various viewpoints that we have or various focus areas that we have on the balanced scorecard process. For example, when we see the BSC card or balanced scorecard part, we have four important focus areas. One is the financial part, another one is the customer satisfaction part, and the operations part, which focus on the internal process. And the last one is the learning and development process, which is mainly focused on the individual growth or the project improvement. And when you say financial indicators, it mainly tells you to understand more about the project or a program in terms of what happened in the past and what is the current situation, so that we can take a corrective actions and improve that. Similarly, we can also check the customer satisfaction level according to the milestones of the project and make required corrections, whether we are properly aligned with the requirements or whether we are properly aligned with the deadlines. So we can also track those standards. And overall, the operations part can also be effectively improved using this balanced scorecard. And one of the most important.
Sorry to interrupt, sir.
Yes.
Your time limit would exist. Could you please conclude in next 2 minutes?
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's about the overall summary of the proposed approach. And moving further, this covers the end-to-end workflow of the project, starting from the how the overall workflow starts until how it is utilized. For example, the overall governance policies are kind of defined in this initial senior management meetings or the strategies, which is aligned with the overall standards and defined into the governance frameworks. And wherein we have various management reports or various project reports, which will be analyzed using the machine learning techniques and which will be validated along with the balanced scorecard points and see where the project is actually going, whether we have a project success category or whether the project is in a failure category. If it is in a success category, then we will try to take out the best practices and use it in the upcoming policies. If it is in a failure category, we will try to train or improve those areas and add it into the governance frameworks. And this is kind of a high level approach, but there are a lot of other information as well in terms of how we determine the success and failures. So I just wanted to give an overall view of how the end-to-end workflow works. And as a summary, what we have here is what we have identified or what I have seen in the various governance model by implementing this is it definitely increases the overall success rate of the project. And I have also done this validation using the various data points from the standard data sources. And this comes along the project. So we can track, it doesn't mean that you can see the success or end of the failure of the project only during the end of the project. But we can also see it in every phase of the project and improve it consistently. And finally, one of the greater advantages, this is aligned with industry standards such as budget or compliance or the overall customers. And this gives more visibility to the senior management to take a right decision with machine learning techniques. And this can be a more focused growth or focused advantage according to the type of the project. It may be a retail project or a banking project or insurance project. The governance policies can be customized and tracked accordingly. So these are some of the advantages that we have. So that's how this entire governance framework or governance policies are defined, and it can be implemented to improve the success rate of the project. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Any questions, anyone?
Expected risks and how do you manage? As you told, risk management as one of the factors in this governance.
Sorry, sir, there is some disturbance in the line. Can you please repeat?
Can you please repeat the question?
May I know what are the expected risks and how do you manage the risks? As you told, risk management as one of the factors.
Yes. So basically, the risk management is one of the key focus area in the governance policy or governance framework. So the risk can be managed in two ways. One is by defining the initial governance policies. The organization should give a greater importance to the risk management, and we should have a separate risk management process defined in an organization, and we should start tracking it right from the very initial stage with a separate risk committee meetings or risk meetings. And it is again, as I said, it is very much customizable according to the type of the organization and type of the project. So if you can define it well as part of your overall governance policies, we can definitely improve the overall risk management process or practices in an organization or in your project.
Okay, so it is customizable as per like industries or like
exactly,
your risk management factors. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Any further questions, anyone? Okay, can we move on to, thank you very much, Mr. Maria. for this
Thank you, sir.
knowledgeable presentation. Can we move on with the next presenter, please?
Yes, sir. I would like to welcome Aurora Benazes to present the paper Comparison between the dissolution profiles of two prednisone tablet commercially available in Algeria. And that will be a video presentation.
Comparison between the dissolution profiles of two prednisone tablets commercially available in Algeria. Dissolution testing of tablets measure the percentage.
The audio is quite low. If you can increase the volume, please.
From tablets and has dissolved in the dissolution.
Sure, sir.
During controlled testing conditions within a defined period. In first time, disintegration of tablet. Second time, dissolution of API. The disintegration time is the limiting factor of the dissolution rate. Measure or quantification of percentage of dissolved API is performed by analytical method. The objectives of the dissolution profiles comparison. In the pharmaceutical industry, drug dissolution testing is commonly used to provide critical information of in vitro drug release in order to perform quality control, predict drug release profiles in pharmaceutical development, formulation and optimization decision during product development for product where dissolution is a critical quality element. Product formulation and the process of manufacturing are optimized based on the result of the dissolution test. Bioequivalence when development generic product and also when implementation of post-approval process of formulation or formulation change. Similarity of profiles in dissolution in vitro dissolution between the reference product and the generic or modified formula is one of the main requirements regulatory approval. Product compliance and batch release. During routine manufacturing, the result of the dissolution are very often one of the criteria used to make product release decision. The aim of our study is to carry out a comparative study of the dissolution profile between two products, prednisone tablet 20 mg available in Algeria market. The dissolution tests were carried out in PharmaTest dissolution device. The quantification of the dissolved active pharmaceutical ingredient is carried out by the UV visible spectrophotometric method. Wavelength is 20,052 nanometer. Here are the operating condition, the solution media, dissolving volume, system, steering speed, time, and...
If you can please focus on the findings.
The solution media at pH 1.
Sir, can you repeat again?
I was just requesting that if you can please focus on the, the findings, the major findings.
Yeah, okay, sir.
45 minutes. Filter flask 80. It must be that are considered of similarity at pH 4.6.8 factors percent. This means and generic at pH. FDA recommendation: if the dissolution percentages of the two products, Princeps and generic, after 15 minutes are greater than 85%, this means that the two products are similar. If the dissolution percentages of the two products, Princeps and generic, after 20 minutes are less than 85%, the similarity factors must be calculated. It must be between 50 and 1000%. That means that the two products are considered as similar according to the following equation. The following table gives us the similarity result of the two products after 15 minutes at a different pH, 1.2, 4.5, and 6.8. We have calculate the factor of similarity at pH 4.5. In conclusion, the dissolution percentages obtained at pH 1.2 and 6.8 at the similarity factor allow us to conclude that the two dissolution profiles of the two products are similar. Indeed, after 15 minutes, the dissolution percentage for the generic and the Princeps in pH 1.2 and 6.8 meet the standards required by the FDA, which with more than 85% in 15 minutes. And for pH 4.5, we calculated the similarity factor, which is 55.92%, and which also meets FDA requirements. We conclude that the two products are similar. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for this video presentation. And we continue with the next presenter, please. And once we continue, please, I would request all my fellow presenters and colleagues that please utilize your time more for presenting what are your substantiate findings. So that is something that we would like to carry back from such conferences and such intellectual discourses, rather than focusing on theories. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Can we move to the next section? I would like to invite M. Venkateshwarlu to present the paper, Automation Detection of Plant Leaf Disease Using Deep Learning.
Hello everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. You can proceed.
Hello everyone. I hope your day is going fantastic. And we are discussing about automatic detection of plant leaf disease using deep learning. The main objective of this project is to detect the plant leaf disease using deep learning. Leaf disease detection requires more processing time. So we use image processing for the identification of leaf disease, and propose a deep learning approach will automatically identify the which type of leaf disease with a high accuracy, and the existing system is in traditional methods. Machine learning algorithms are used, such as support vector mission, CNN, k-means clustering. But in proposed method, we are using deep learning In deep learning, region-based convolution neural network is used to detect the leaf disease. First, we collect the data like many leaves. That leaves are divided into two data sets, tested data set and the trained data set. Trained data set is sent into the RCNN algorithm. In this RCNN algorithm, the model will train. After that, it will become a trained model. This trained model will check the accuracy when we give the leaves. The implementation is collecting the dataset from Kaggle and splitting the dataset into test dataset and the trained dataset. After that, we can use image processing, and then the trained dataset is sent into the RCNN algorithm to train the model, and the test dataset is used to train the model to get the output. And these are the dataset we are collected from Kaggle website. And these are the results and discussions. That is, the algorithm is trained in this way. And when we uploaded a leaf like this, it will show you the disease name, cause, and prevention also. Here I taken tomato leaf, so it shows like this. It is observed that the accuracy is increased at 0.995, and it is done the plant leaf disease automatically. Conclusion, our CNN model is to detect the plant leaf disease accurately, and the accuracy is 0.995. It is compared when faster when compared to RCNN.
Thank you for your presentation, ma'am. Dear session shares, do you have any questions?
Thank you very much. I think such type of technological interventions would definitely help many people around, especially the farmers. They can, that would be, I surely believe that such things can be of some use to, you can put in some type of a user-friendly way, and that would be of help to farmers. I believe that would be done. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. That's great. Any further questions, anyone? Okay, shall we move on to the next presenter, please? That was a very pinpointed type of presentation. Shall we move on to the next presentation? Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. I would like to invite M. Vidya to present the paper IoT-based industrial parameters monitoring system.
Good afternoon, all. I'm audible.
Yes, sir. You can share your screen now.
Our project is a IoT-based industrial parameters monitoring system. In that, these are the contents of our project. The main abstract is an IoT-based industrial monitoring system that detects the temperature, humidity, gas, flame, and voltage conditions. Based on the sensor input values, the values are given to the Arduino, and it performs the corresponding operation like turn on the fan and motor and buzzer sounds. And it Wi-Fi module is connect to Wi-Fi network, and continuously the sensor value giving to the IoT server and web dashboard for viewing purpose. Present the existing system is Bluetooth technology we are using to control the output devices. But in that Bluetooth technology, the range is limited. Coming to the proposed system is automatically control the outputs whenever the unwanted actions are occurred in the industries. And also the sensor values updates is shown in Android app like Blink server, and also in web dashboard in our phones. And mail alert is also giving to the our mails. This is the block diagram of the system. In that we are using different sensors, DHT level sensor, and IR flame sensor, and voltage sensor, and relay for switch purpose. And the Wi-Fi module ESP826601 Wi-Fi module, and it is connected to the internet, and the internet is connected to the Blink app and Blink mobile dashboard also. The major what is happening in the project is whenever any fire accident is occurred in the industries, then the IR flame sensor detects the fire, and automatically it gives the response to the Arduino, and it will gives the values to the relay module. It then corresponding action whenever the fire is occurred, then the DC pump will on, and also whenever any smoke is or gas leakage in the industry, then the gas sensor senses the value, and it gives to the Arduino, and correspondingly the relay switch turn on the DC fan to exhaust the gas released in the industry, and correspondingly these two actions are performing simultaneously. Buzzer will also elect. These are the hardware components we are used: Arduino, temperature and humidity sensor, flame sensor, gas sensor, and voltage sensor, and Wi-Fi module ESP826601. This is the Arduino. It is a 30-pin Arduino. It has operating voltage 5 volts, input voltage 7 to 20, maximum 12 volts, and the digital pins are 14, and clock speed with 16 megahertz frequency. And it is a digital level sensor and its specifications. All our devices having only 5 volts, 5 voltage input only it takes. Next, coming to flame sensor, and it's has only 4 pins: ground, digital, and analog output pins. And gas sensor also same: 5 volts power supply, ground, and digital output, and analog output. Coming to the software requirements, we are using embedded C programming language and Arduino IDE compiler, and IoT Blink application and server. In this, we are using the Internet of Things for connecting the devices and sensors to the network. And we have the advantages like it reduces human efforts in the industries, and reliable and economical. It is very easy to maintain and reduce the level of destruction. Before happening the any accident, it indicates us, and it reduces the level of destruction in the industry. And disadvantages is IoT is used for monitoring purpose only, not for control. And the conclusion is in wireless sensor networks, today is everything is possible due to technology advancements in various domains. In this system, various sensors like fire, gas, DHT level sensors, and fire and other parameters. the fire get extinguished with the help of water pump in the system, and similarly other actions will takes place according to the arrangements. And the voltage and current threshold values of leakaging of gas are detected by the gas sensors. It will perform the respective operations. The IoT and the web dashboard helps us for monitoring the entire mechanism is controlled by Arduino. And we have the outputs like temperature and humidity, gas leakage detection, flame detection, and voltage. In seeing, we can see in web dashboard, and the right side one is the mail alert about the gas leakage in the industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions, anyone?
Hello. As there are so many alternatives to Bluetooth technology, is there any specific reason for choosing Arduino?
Just to increase the range of the device performance.
Only that?
We increase the range of performance. That's why we choose other than Bluetooth technology.
Is there any other questions?
So shall we move ahead with the next one, please?
Yes,
If there are
yes,
no
sir.
further questions, thank you.
I would like to invite Mr. G. Veerapandu to present the paper Driver Monitoring and Vehicle Controlling Using IoT.
Yes, sir. Firstly, good afternoon to one and all, and thank you for the opportunity. And just for a moment, I'll share my screen. Is my voice audible?
Yes, yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. So, the title of my project is Driver Monitoring and Vehicle Controlling Using Internet of Things. And every year, as per the records, there are more than thousands of accidents and deaths are registering due to drunken driving. And it is also proven that tidiness is also a cause for major accidents. It contributes nearly 20% of accidents. But yeah, the life once lost can't be rewinded. And with some advancement of technologies, we can avoid these up to some extent. And here we developed a prototype in which the prototype monitors the driver status, and also it provides anti-collision like anti-braking system using IoT. Here, by using the sensors, it collects the information from the surroundings and the driver's status, and the operations are performed based on the conditions applied on it. So by using an interface, by using Blink application, we can monitor the status of driver. In earlier existing system, initially there were a iBlink sensor to calculate the driver tidiness, and there are also other technologies like AI, ML, and image processing. But we have chosen using by accelerometer. We can sense the driver tidiness. In this system, we added some more safety features. And these are the major components, like MQ3 alcohol sensor, in which it is a sensor which detects alcohol vapors in the air, and it is simple to use and handle with the microcontroller. And it is an ultrasonic sensor. By using ultrasound waves, we can measure the distance of an obstacle. And it is an accelerometer. in which driver tidiness is detected by tilting the position of head. And the main working of this prototype is in which alcohol sensor is used to monitor whether the driver is consumed an alcohol or not. If any alcohol vapors are found in the vehicle cab, then the MQ3 sensor will stop the vehicle gradually, and also whenever the driver is identified whether he is in it in rest position for nearly 5 to 10 seconds of time, then it will be shown as the driver is a sleeping position and the vehicle is gradually slowed down by issuing an alarm sound with the buzzer and also with light. And with ultrasonic sensor, whenever there is an sudden obstacle of other vehicles, then it leads to accidents. So with this, we can stop the vehicle whenever the object is detected against the vehicle with less than 3 centimeters or 5 centimeters. The vehicle stops immediately. And these are screenshots of a project. And this is like a interface using Blink application. This is a cloud interface, and these are the messages that are shown whenever any one of the condition is satisfied. And the advantages is it is easy to implement and the cost is affordable to design and gives driver safety and also provides public safety as well. And yeah, this is my project.
Thank you very much. I have got one question to ask before I open the forum for questions to others. Have you implemented this project in real life?
Yes, sir, we can implement in real life, sir.
Have you done that implementation?
Yes.
Or that's just a part of library, lab type of project as of now?
Yes, sir, we have tested, sir.
You have tested it on some real life situations. You have implemented in some trucks and seen that it can be stopped on some vehicles.
No, sir. We have actually it acts like a demo partner, sir. So
okay.
we have tested manually, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. And any further questions, anyone? Okay, so we move on with the next presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I would like to invite K.V. Balaramakrishna to present the paper Pre, Post and Symmetric Compensation Techniques in Optical Communication System at 5 GBs, 10 GBs and 15 GBs.
Am I audible to you, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
1 second, I'll share the screen.
Sure.
Good afternoon, respected dignitaries. So thank you for having me. I'm going to speaking to you about the topic, which is pre, post and symmetric compensation techniques in optical communication system at different bit rates, which is 5 Gbps, 10 Gbps and 15 Gbps. So these are the list of contents. So coming to the abstract, so dispersion is a property of the optical fiber. So due to this dispersion, optical pulse in the fiber will be broadened and spread to the next pulse. So when it spreads to the next pulse, there will be more errors present in the received information. So in order to decrease the bit error rate and quality factor, we'll compensate the optical fiber. The optical fiber can be compensated in two different methods, which are dispersion compensation fiber and fiber Bragg grating. So in dispersion compensation fiber, it has three methods, which are pre, post and symmetric compensation. So by doing this, the quality factor will be increased and bit error rate will be decreased. When the bit error rate is decreased, and we'll get the output clearly. So optical fiber is nothing but made up of a glass which is consists of small glass core. The light will be propagated through the glass core, and another layer is surrounded the core, which is called cladding. So optical fiber has two types, which is single mode optical fiber and multi-mode optical fiber. So coming to the literature survey, there are different methods available to compensate the dispersion, which are DCF, FBG, and optical phase conjugation. But here we are using DCF and FBG methods to compensate the dispersion in optical fiber. So previously we have done the dispersion compensation at single channel at 1 bitrate. So here we are doing the compensation at different bitrates, which are 5 Gbps, 10 Gbps, and 15 Gbps, and we are doing this for multiple channels. So now we will do the compensation fiber for single mode. So first, single mode fiber is connected between optic transmitter and receiver. Single mode fiber is nothing but connecting the optical fiber between transmitter and receiver, and then we'll calculate the bit error rate and quality factor. So next, DCF is connected along the single mode fiber. As DCF is a special mode fiber, and we cannot connect it everywhere. So there are 3 methods to connect this, which are pre, post, and symmetric. So pre is nothing but connecting the DCF before SMF, and post compensation is nothing but connecting the DCF after SMF, and symmetric compensation is nothing but placing the DCF before and after SMF. So this is the circuit for the proposed methodology. So here the multiplexer will select the one channel and will gives the input. So here DCF is nothing but special fiber that usually provides a large value of negative dispersion. So here DCF will add the negative dispersion, and it is given to EDFA. EDFA is nothing but erbium doped fiber amplifier, which amplifies the signal and gives to SMF. So SMF always will have positive value. At the SMF, the negative value and positive value will be cancelled. And again, this is given to the amplifier, which amplifies the signal and gives to demultiplexer. So demultiplexer will get the output. So here post compensation is same, but here the DCF is placed after the SMF. Next, last one is the circuit for the symmetric compensation, where DCF is placed before and after SMF. So here, in order to simulate the optical fiber, we are using OptiSystem 7. This is the software tool. So in this, we will simulate the optical fiber. So this is the circuit for pre-compensation. Here if we observe, the user-defined bit sequence generator will gives us the bits and produce bits, and is given to RZ pulse generator. So RZ pulse generator will add pulses to the input, and it is given to Mach-Zehnder modulator. So here Mach-Zehnder modulator will have 2 inputs, which is RZ pulse generator and CW laser. So RZ pulse Mach-Zehnder modulator will convert the electrical energy into optical signal. So when it is converted to optical signal, it is given to the optical fiber, where here DCF will have the negative value, and it is given to optical amplifier, which will amplifies the signal, and it is given to SMF, single mode fiber. So single mode, as I tell that single mode fiber always has the positive value. Here the negative value and positive value will be cancelled, and next it is given to optical amplifier. So amplifier will amplify the signal and given to photodetector pin. So here the photodetector pin will converts the optical signal into again electrical signal, and it is given to low pass biaxial filter, which filters the signal, and we'll get the output at BER analyzer, which is the eye diagram.
Sorry to interrupt
So
you.
this is the post compensation.
I'm really sorry to interrupt you. If you can please focus on the major findings of your project, please.
So this is the circuit for post compensation. Here the DCF is placed after the SMF, and the process is as usual. This is the symmetric compensation. Here the DCF is add before and after SMF. So these are the experimental results. So here we will give the different bit rates, which is 5 Gbps, 10 Gbps, and 15 Gbps. So these are the experimental results. So coming to the conclusion, So dispersion is minimized by using DCF in single mode fiber. By the results, we'll observe that the symmetric compensation is best for the long distance communication and will give us the best results. So all the three compensation techniques are constructed and their simulation results are obtained in terms of quality factor. So dispersion compensation by using FBG is also achieved and graphs are plotted. So coming to the future scope, it can be implemented for complete multiplex networks. Since this method is very easy and used to analyze the variety of completed optical networks and will give us the error-free output. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your presentation. Any questions, anyone, please? Any questions anyone would like to ask?
How do we justify that this system has more advantage than the present models?
Actually, dispersion is a property of optical fiber. We cannot remove it completely. So we'll compensate. So these are the methods to compensate the dispersion. When we compensate the dispersion, the bit error rate quality will be decreased so that errors will not become. So the quality factor will be also increased. When we decrease the bit error rate, the quality factor will automatically increase.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much. Can we move on with the next presentation, please?
Yes, sir. I would like to invite Mr. S. Sivaprasad to present the paper IoT-based smart shopping cart using RFID technology.
Is Mr. Shiva Prasad here?
Yes.
Can we start with the presentation, Mr. Prasad? I doubt that he is here. Meanwhile, when he joins, he may be given time to present. Meanwhile, can we ask the other presenter?
Yes, sir. Okay. I would like to invite P. Janathana Vamsi to present the paper Accident Detection System using GPS and GSM.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon.
Today I am explaining about active network system using GPS and GSM. The aim of this project is to intend to deliver an accident detection system. Road accidents are unpredictable. These are the situations where most of the accident could not be reported properly to nearby the ambulance in on time. In most of the cases, there is an unavailability of emergency services with lack in providing the first aid and timely services, which can be lead to loss the life by sometimes. The object of this project is this can be achieved by integrating the smart sensors with microcontroller within the vehicle that can trigger the any time of an accident occur. The modules like GSM and GPS are integrated with the system to obtain the location of the accident, sending it to register mobile number and nearby the ambulance to notify them about the accident. This is the block diagram of this project. Block diagram consists of power supply, reset, sensor, switch, LCD, GPS, and GSM. These all are connected to the Arduino UNO. This is the circuit diagram. Flowchart of the project is start, click, connectivity and response of the sensor. If the accident is occur, it sends the SMS to the registered mobile number. If the person is safe, then a person click the switch, then there is no emergency in that circuit. Arduino UNO. Arduino is a open source electronic platform based on easy to use interface hardware and software. Arduino consists of two microcontrollers. One is Atmega 328P and Atmega 16P. The specifications of the microcontroller is Atmega 328P microcontroller. Operating voltage is 5 voltage. Supply voltage is 7 to 12 DC. Digital input output pins 14. Analog input pin 6. Flash memory 32 KB. EPROM is 1 KB. Clock speed is 16. The main input of this project is tilt sensor. The tilt acts as a on and off position. Tilt sensor voltage is 3 volts to 5 volts. TTL logic output. Maximum output current is 15 amps. It can work on low voltage also. Maximum operating temperature 0 degrees to 80 degrees. Easy to interface. Long life. GPS is a global positioning system. The global positioning system provides the position, navigation, time services. Location is used to determine the position. Navigation is used to get the one location to another location. Tracking is used to monitoring the object from or movement, personal movement. And mapping is used to create the map of the world. GSM is a global system for the mobile communication. It is used to send the SMS to the registered mobile number. LCD display. LCD is a liquid crystal display. It is used to monitoring the input and output works. Buzzer is used to convert the electrical signals into audio signals to alert the person working.
Sorry to interrupt you. If you can please be focused on your, what are your major outcomes.
Yes.
And I think we all understand what the buzzer does and what an LCD means. If you can please focus on the outcomes, please.
Working principle. When an accident occurs in any place, the GPS tracking system positions the vehicle and sends the information to the particular person to GSM by alerting the person through SMS. GSM module sends the data related to the tracking position in real time. Advantages of this project: low power consumption, easy to identify the location, time consumption of the efficiency, reduce the chance of the human error. This system is combined of both hardware and software component. This can be used to able to operate the system. The value of the tilt sensor is updated in the mobile and the SMS notification to the user. The Arduino is used to provide the interface between sensor, GPS module and GSM module. This is the experiment result. By registering the mobile number as a star, give the mobile number, then reply to register. When the accident occur, panic and send the location. If the person is safe, he clicked the switch, then it sends the no, I am safe, no emergency. Conclusion: we have proposed a smart vehicle system for accident preventing and making the world much better than safe to live. To the outcome of the project to detect the accident occur area when it helps to track and retrieve. Future scope: we can implement a wireless camera can be added in this for capture the images which will help improve the driving assets. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions, anyone, please?
What are the limitations of this existing system, like the proposed system by you? Is the question clear?
Yeah.
Is there any limitation for this proposed system? Like condition wise, weather conditions or the accident method? Likewise, is there any limitation to the existing, like the proposed system?
As in poor connection areas network, it will SMS will delay till 1 minute or 2 minutes.
What are the ways to improvise that? Do you have any solution for this limitation?
As ma'am, and that's why you are using a 2G network, ma'am. If the 4G network is available in some particular areas only, but 2G network is available at any areas. That's why you are using a 2G network to send the SMS in every area with poor connection also.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Have you practically implemented this system, or this is just a part of your project?
Demo will.
Okay. Thank you very much. Can we move on with the next presentation, please?
Yes, sir. I would like to invite P. Ramesh to present the paper Raspberry Pi based intruder alert system. I repeat, I would like to invite P. Ramesh to present the paper Raspberry Pi based intruder alert system.
Yeah, ma'am.
Is the presenter here?
Yes, sir, I'm there, sir.
Okay, so please
My
start. with the
PPT
presentation.
is tracking. Give me a couple of minutes.
Yes, sure.
Thank you.
And I would again request, meanwhile it's starting, I would again request everyone to please focus on their findings, because this is what we carry back. Okay, these are the carrybacks from the conference, from such intellectual discussions. These are the carrybacks that you get new ideas to go back. Maybe some of you may implement in your own way and figure out, and we may see an innovative product or an innovative service coming up as a part of this, or as a result of this conference.
Sir, I have an internet issue. It's tracking. It will not sharing my screen. So please give me a couple of minutes. Give chance
Yes,
to
sure,
another.
Sure. We move on with another presentation.
Next.
And then we would get back to you.
Yes. Okay. Next. I would like to invite Mr. G. Veerapandu to present automated fluid level sensing and controlling system using IoT.
Hello.
Yes, please continue.
Sir, my project name is Automated Fluid Sensing and Controlling System using IoT. In this project, the aim of our project is to measure the fluids in the containers in our wells or bore wells, in reservoirs, or any areas where we store the fluids. So by using this method, we can measure the fluid levels, and we can also control the flow of level by using the using some boards. So by controlling the motors which was used to flow the fluids, so we can control the overflow on some dangerous causes, avoid some danger also. So coming to the objective, as I said, we have used to use this project to measure the fluids and to control the levels of fluids. This is the virtual circuit of our project. And coming to the components, what we used is Arduino UNO. And next, ultrasonic sensor. This is the, as you know as Arduino UNO. It is a board which was used to run hardware devices by using software. And coming to the ultrasonic sensor, it is the main key function of our project. By using this component, we measure the fluid levels in the containers. Here we can see there's two components, here a transmitter and a receiver. The transmitter sends ultrasonic signals and the receiver receives the ultrasonic signals. By the difference between the transmitting and the receiving time period will be calculated and the level of the fluid will be shown. And this is the specifications of our ultrasonic sensor. And the LCD display is used to display the level of water levels. And relay is used as a multiple switch which was used to control the motor and as well as the circuit. This is the specification. And the buzzer is used to indicate the level of after the as I programmed as 10% is the maximum limit. So whenever the level is reached the 10%, the buzzer will hit and the buzzer sound will be allotted. And Wi-Fi module, by using the Wi-Fi module, we control the circuit. So it has a default IP for the Wi-Fi module. The IP address is 192.168.4.1. By connecting the IP with our mobile network, mobile Wi-Fi, we have an application named as mobile telnet application. Here is the application. So by using this application, we can on and off the motor, and we can also monitor the water level for every 30 seconds interval. This is the motor this is an application what we used in our project. The application is motor. We can use any motors or anything in the place of the motor. And Arduino IDE is the software where we design the software for our Arduino board. And this is the results what we can see when the project was working. As you seen, when we give a *1 hash, then the motor will be on. When we give *2 hash, then the motor will be off. So by using these commands, we can on and off the motor. So this is the live photo of our project, and this is the display what we seen when the project was running currently. And advantages are it was very easy to operate, and it has a very good efficiency in showing the level of water, and it also alert before floods to avoid it. And it can predict and we can avoid some dangers like when we are using this project in the industrial area. So industrial areas consist of so many chemicals. So if the chemical was overflowed, then there is a cause of danger. So by predicting the level of fluids in the containers, so the chemical will be stop overflowing and we can avoid the danger of happening of that. So these are some of the advantages: dams, reservoirs, industries, and daily usage also. And I'm concluding my project. So by using this remotely operated circuit, we can prevent the chances of floods and dangerous causes by some chemicals, and we can also use it as a household purpose, and so we can also save some water. And the future scope is by extending the Wi-Fi range, means we used a Wi-Fi range of a certain range only. So if we extend the Wi-Fi range, and we can also use some connectivities like remote controls like Bluetooth connectivity or IR blaster, like that. So we can monitor the levels of fluid in the cloud servers also by giving the network connectivity to the circuit as well as the device what we are monitoring. That's it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions, anyone?
So in the advantage, efficient and time saving, how do you justify these 2 points?
Yes, efficiency means if you observe the result for every 30 seconds, we can wait a second, ma'am. In results, we can see every 30 seconds it will show the efficient level of the container, which means if it was filled for 50%, it will show as the 50% only. It don't give any errors like 49% or 48%. It will show the accurate measurement. So for every 30 seconds, it will be shown the level. So by that, we can say that efficiency and time saving means, just imagine if the container is going to fill in 10 seconds, you are far away from the container, there is a flow, there is a chance of overflow. So by connecting to that network, we can control where you are standing without going to the time, without going to the container. So by that, we can save the time also.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any further questions to him, the presenter?
Sir?
And I believe, this is still a lab-based project. It is still to find its practical application.
Yes, sir, it's a practical application, sir. We also used it. We also tested it also, sir.
So have you, you have shown us the applications at dam, reservoirs, or maybe at
Yes,
home
sir.
or something. So have you implemented this project at any of these places to
No,
see
sir.
that if it actually works?
We use it as a daily usage purpose, sir.
Okay. And for which purpose you have used it?
Use it for tanks, sir. What we are using in our home applications. Tanks.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's great. That's good. 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 Thank you very much.
Thank you,
So
sir.
can we move on with the next presenter, please?
Can we move to the next presentation, sir?
Yes, please. Yes, please. So we had this one presentation. Is the presenter ready?
No.
So we had this Raspberry Pi based intruder alert system. So is the presenter ready?
Navya, are you there?
Or still there is an issue. I can't see Navya on my screen. I believe there is still some issue lingering on with her. No issues. We would adjust it some other time, or we can continue with the next one. Yeah, she is not here.
Yeah.
So we can continue with some with the next one.
Yeah, sure, sure. I would like to invite K. Vijayakumari to present the paper Smart Electricity Monitoring and Control Using IoT. Once again, I repeat, I would like to invite K. Vijayakumari to present the paper Smart Electricity Monitoring and Control Using IoT.
Presenter here, please. Are you able to hear us? And if yes, can we start with this presentation? So that is smart electricity monitoring and control using IoT. So is the presenter here? I think we are not able to get in touch with the presenter. So can we move on to the next?
Yeah, can. Okay.
Yeah, please. You were saying something. I'm sorry. I just interrupted.
No, sir. Just ask. We are moving to other presentation.
Sure.
I would like to invite Kalesh Pusa to present the paper IoT Integration to Cloud Service AWS for Home Security Monitoring.
So do we have Kalesh here for IoT integration to cloud service AWS for home security monitoring? Do we have this presenter here? Okay, so if you can please start with the presentation.
Yes, sir.
And please focus on your major findings.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Our project is IoT integration to cloud service AWS for home security monitoring. These are the contents we are going to deal with, sir. Generally, home security plays a very vital role in our day-to-day life, sir. This system is about remotely managed door accessibility for using AWS SNS notifications, sir. And this is the major block diagram diagram, sir. In this, we are mainly using, generally we will use PIR sensors, but here we are using IR sensors, sir. In this, we are mainly using ESP32 development kit. These are the main technologies we are using in this project, sir. This is the hardware component we are used in this project, sir. It is ESP32. Generally, IoT, it is a network of physical objects or things embedded with electronic software sensors and connectivity to enable objects to exchange data. This is the theme of the project, sir. In front of the door, we are implementing the motion sensor, sir. When any visitor at the door, then the sensor will detect the sensor will detect the person, and it will send the notification to the person using AWS services, sir. These are the sensors we can implement in this project, sir. Here in this project, we are using IR sensors. For implementing, we are software implementation. We are using Tony IDE and also Arduino IDE, sir. This is the major development environment, sir. Next, these are the development and environment integration to cloud services. In this, we are using Amazon EC2 instance. It is a virtual server in Amazon EC2 for running application on AWS infrastructure, sir. And next, we are also using AWS IAM services. It will here in this, it can specify who can access the resource, and it can also give some conditions, sir. In this, we are also using AWS DynamoDB services, sir. These are the major applications we are using in this project. Coming to the conclusion, as it is an home security plays a very major role in our day-to-day life. So it plays a very important role, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions, please? Any questions, anyone?
Yeah, what is the future scope? And is this project customizable? Because you have shown different applications. Each application has different requirements. So is this project customizable? If so, how do you justify?
It is very reliable, ma'am. Like we can add furtherly, like not only motion sensor, ma'am. We can also add like fire alarm sensors. It has
So
it has
it is
very
customizable as per the requirement for different
yes,
applications.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the future scope? Is the question clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, I think Navya is here. So
Yes,
can
sir,
we
yes.
have, are you ready with your presentation?
Yes, sir, I'm ready, sir.
Okay, so please start with the presentation.
I'm unable to sharing.
You can click on share screen and then start with your presentation.
No,
Sharing
sir, but it's not showing my PPT. What's wrong? I can't understand.
Please try it once. That click on share screen and then it will give you some options. And choose an appropriate option to share your screen.
Hello, Ms. Hello, Ms. Navya. Can you share your presentation to ICIRET conference mail ID?
Yeah, ma'am. What's the mail ID?
Okay, we will share through the message, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, meanwhile, this is done. Can we have another one presenting, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Next, I would like to invite K. Busa to present the paper Emergency Rescue System using Sensor Fusion and Machine Learning Algorithm.
Is my screen is visible?
Yes, yes, sir.
Good afternoon, one and all. My name is Lakshmi Priya, and we have worked on a project called Emergency Rescue System using Sensor Fusion and Machine Learning Algorithm. These are the contents we are going to explain in the following slides. The main aim of our project is recent survey says that more than 1 billion people are died in road accidents. With growing technology and infrastructure, the rate of accidents also increases. Road accidents leads to the high risk to the people's life. This is because our country lack the best emergency facilities. So this project aim is to provide an automotive accident detecting system and also classify the accident level. When an accident happens during the night time, there is no one to report the accident status to the emergency service. So the main objective of our project is to provide the fast response of the accident and avoid the delay time of response and play a key role in providing quick assistance to the victim. When an accident takes place, then the sensor data acquires from the injured people, and we have used a beagle bone where it analyzes a sensor data, classifies the sensor data like whether the accident is normal, medium or heavy, sends the details to the cloud where we have used ThinkSpeak to store the data, and from that cloud the data is sent to the emergency service and also the web URL where we can see the live data of the accident status. This is a circuit diagram of our kit where all the sensors are given to the Arduino. From Arduino, USB is used to connect to the BeagleBone back. From BeagleBone back, we can connect to the laptop so that we can activate the code. Hardware components, accelerometer, where accelerometer is used to measure the gravitational pull, means whenever an object is tilted with respect to the earth, and the specifications. IR sensor is used to measure and detect the infrared radiation. Ultrasonic sensor is used to measure the distance of the object and from the vehicle. And these are the specifications. Temperature sensor is used to measure the temperature in the car or in that vehicle, where GPS is used to find the location and time information, where smoke sensor is used to detect the smoke emitted by the vehicle, where Arduino is an open source electronic platform or board of software used to program it, where BeagleBone Black plays a major role in our project. It is an embedded processor used to process the sensor details and make decisions based on the sensor details. These are the specifications of the BeagleBone Black. software tools. We have used Putty. Putty is an open source terminal emulator serial console. When we given a code, we can access that program only by using this Putty software. By giving the command, we activate the program. Until then, the program is not activated. Now my friend will continue the rest of the slides.
Coming to the working of our project, the proposed system detects and classifies accidents for an immediate response by sending emergency alerts to various emergency service providers. It consists of beagle-bone bag, GPS, and group of sensors to determine physical parameters related to vehicle motion. In this, we are using API call to see data, and we are using decision tree classification model to classify the accident. Initially, the Arduino will be there to collect the information from the sensors. Then over USB, the data from Arduino will be sent to beagle-bone. The data will be sent to beagle-bone over USB. The data will be in the format of this type. First one is distance. Second one is temperature. Third one is accident. Fourth one is safety or speed. Fifth one is smoke. Sixth one is latitude and longitude. We can measure the distance by using ultrasonic. By using temperature sensor, we can measure the temperature. By using smoke sensor, we measure the smoke. By using IR sensor, we can detect the vehicle of the position, whether it is tilt or not. By using GPS, we can measure the latitude and longitude location. These are the graphs in ThinkSpeak website. After happening the accident, in these graphs, we can show whether it is happened high, medium, or low. Next, the decision tree algorithm will take care of accident alert severity. If accident happened with much speed and there is no smoke inside the car, the decision tree will generate an alert as less severity by using Filio website. If accident happened with much speed and there is no smoke inside the car, then the decision tree will generate an alert as medium severity by using Twilio website. If accident happened with much speed and there is smoke inside the car, the decision tree will generate an alert as high severity. The alert generation, these are the alert generations using Twilio services. First one is small, second one is medium, third one is high.
It's very good. 15 papers we have sent for conference. Okay.
These are the advantages of our project. Message will be sent to the selected contact to inform about the accident on the very first moment of collision. Selected contact means first we have to give emergency contact numbers for whom we have to send in emergency purposes rather than emergency centers. The alert message will include GPS location also to detect the location of the accident. A map may be displayed for easy identification of accident location. The conclusion of our project. Emergency rescue system using sensor fusion and machine learning algorithm for automobiles is used for providing help to accident victims. The proposed method is developed to rescue accident victims as fast as possible. Emergency rescue system consists of beagle-bone bag Arduino, also a web page. Web page sends the accident message to the nearest control station as well as emergency number provided by the user. The future scope of our project can be fixed in all vehicles of the country. The automobile industry in the country can use this device in their vehicle. In future, device-to-device communication, that is vehicle-to-vehicle communication, is also provided by using the innovative idea. The accident status of one car is intimated to another car.
Who's that? Her voice is very clear, loud, and pronunciation.
The traffic details of a particular place in the vehicles are shared by the vehicle itself by using IoT. These are the references papers we are taking by doing this project. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Any questions, anyone? And can you please take me to your introductory slide, please? The first slide, the starting slide. Okay, fair enough. Any one having any doubts or any questions?
So how do you jump to a conclusion just by speed and smoke? Like a severity, accident severity is measured just by speed and smoke inside the car. How could you jump to a conclusion for measuring the severity? These two factors alone can't measure the severity, right?
By using IR sensor, we can find the vehicle position. It is tilt or not, ma'am.
Okay. But in the conditions given, you have just mentioned speed and smoke. That is why I'm asking.
We are measuring temperature and distance also, ma'am. By using
Okay.
ultrasonic sensor, we can measure distance, whether it is coming near or not also.
Okay.
That also we are taking.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Any other questions? Anyone? Okay. Thank you. So can we move on with the next presentation, please?
Yes. Next, I would like to invite P. Ramesh to present the paper Ultrasonic Blind Stick using GPS and GSM-based tracking system. Once again, I repeat. Next, I would like to invite P. Ramesh to present the paper Ultrasonic Blind Stick using GPS and GSM-based tracking system.
Do we have the presenter here with us? Okay, I don't think we have the presenter with us as of now. So can we move on with the next presenter, please?
Yes, sure, sir. Next, I would like to invite M. Kishore Kumar to present the paper Design of IoT Development Board using Arduino and its applications. Once again, I repeat. Next, I would like to invite M. Kishore Kumar to present the paper Design of IoT Development Based using Arduino and its applications.
Do we have the presenter here with us? Which I doubt. I cannot see it in the list of presenters. So then we move on with the next one, please.
Yes, sure, sir. Next, I would like to invite Hanimala to present the paper Home Automation using GSM. Once again, I repeat, I would like to invite Hanimala to present the paper Home Automation using GSM.
Is the presenter here?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, actually, paper was changed to another name, sir. That is home automation using GSM nodes.
So your
IoT
paper
based coal mine sensor, sir.
Home automation using GSM. This is your paper?
No, sir, it was changed to another project.
Okay, which project is it?
Can I share, sir?
Are we allowing this?
Yes, sir, sure.
Okay, please go ahead and share this.
Okay, sir.
Meanwhile, Navya, have you shared your PPT with the organizing team?
Yeah, yes, sir. I mailed, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, we reviewed your presentation.
Okay, great. So after this presentation, I would like to hear it from Navya and anyone else who is remaining, who is still to present. because we called out all the names and we are, we are on the last thing. So anyone, if any one of you, if you are still to present, then please go ahead and do that.
No, so
Okay.
Navya is the last presenter.
Navya is the last presenter. Okay, okay, fair enough. So meanwhile, are you able to share your screen?
Yes, sir. 1 minute.
Please.
Sir, is my screen is visible?
Not yet. Now it is.
Okay, sir. This is our PPT, sir.
Okay, so as I see, most of you are from the Aditya College of Engineering, where it is based.
Sir. Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Can I start now, sir?
Yes, please do start. And please focus on the outcomes of your study.
Okay, sir. Hello.
Yes, please
Hello.
continue.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, one and all. I am Prithvi Raja. Today I am going to explain our project, IoT-based coal mine sensor and safety monitoring and alarming system. We done this project under the guidelines of T. Fanmala ma'am, assistant professor, and remaining 3 members are my teammates, K. Janselekya, K. Gayatri, P. Adlakshmi, and this is content of our project. And coming to abstract, our project is dealing with the coal mine is the process of extraction of coal from a ground, and one of the pillar of world's economy in the mining of coal. And to design and develop IoT-based coal mine safety monitoring and alarming system using Arduino, sir. Aim of our project is to implement safety system in coal mines, sir, and also for workers. Already an existing system, sir, using Zigbee protocols, Zigbee software. But due to some drawbacks, we used Node MCU for data transmission and controlling of sensors, sir. And these are the advantages, sir. Cost is very low, and it is an open source hardware, and programming is easy, and improve services in coal mines. It works better than that existing Zigbee software, sir. And coming to the software requirement, we used Arduino boards, Arduino Uno. These are the features. And coming to hardware, we used LCD 2x16 LCD display, sir, and Node MCU, sir, which is configuration of ESP8266, and temperature sensor, which is Q2, and CO sensor MQ2, and buzzer, sir. The temperature sensor is LM35, sir. This is the specifications of LCD display, sir, and Wi-Fi module. The LCD display consists of 16 characters and two such that lines it can display. And output of the data can be shown here, sir, on display. And coming to Wi-Fi, it can transmit our collected data to the IoT servers under TCP/IP protocols. And coming to the next slide, temperature sensor, sir. LM35, it can detect minus 55 degrees to plus 55 degrees Celsius, sir. And it can also works under the temperature range of 0 degrees to plus 125 degrees Celsius. And coming to smoke sensor, sir, MQ2 sensor, it operates with a 5 voltage, sir, and preheated time over to 24 hours, sir. It can conflict scope to 200 to 10,000 ppm, sir. In coming to buzzer, it can have a frequency range of 3300 Hz, sir, and operating voltage of 3 volt to 24 volts, sir. Nearly 5 volt is enough. It's for it, sir. And this is a circuit diagram. Input power supply, rectifier, and regulator. Rectifier is for to rectify the input voltage, sir. We use bridge rectifier to convert alternate current to direct current to our components, sir. We used in it. And coming to working, the sensor data displayed on LCD, sir, continuously. The temperature sensor reads coal mine temperature, and smoke sensor reads CO emission in the coal mines. In abnormal condition, gives buzzer sound to alert coal mine workers. Wi-Fi module sends sensor data to server continuously, sir. And this is our server interface, sir. IoT server, and we can log into that server. Another slide here, sir. Here is the temperature and CO values, and with date and time, sir. It can be monitored and uploaded to our server, sir. We can provide another view, sir. It is graphical view. It can show us where the unexpected, like uncertain fluctuations in ranges of the temperature and CO, sir, levels. And this is our hardware kit. Finally, conclusion and future scope of our project is we have designed a project in which a gas sensor and temperature sensor is used, sir, to detect dangerous gases, sir, like CO and methane gases in coal mines, like that, sir, and high temperature also, sir. It immediately monitor and send information to the IoT sensor, and it can alert the monitor who can monitor that these IoT servers, sir. A graphical view is also presented on the screen, sir, here. So that sudden detection of gases and rise of temperature can be seen immediately, and the buzzer is fixed in it, sir, in the mine. In case any high temperature is detected, the buzzer will make some beep sound, sir. And these are my references, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any questions, anyone? Any questions, anyone? Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Rajan, for presenting this. Can we move on with the last presentation, that is of Navya?
Okay.
We are moving on with the last presentation. The last
Yes,
presenter
sir.
is Navya. So she's here. So this would be the last presentation of this
I
session.
mailed, sir, my.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, we will be sharing now.
It will be shared shortly on the screen. So,
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
here.
I am Navya. Good afternoon, sir. I am Navya, and my project is Raspberry Pi based intruder alert system. And we are done this project under the guidance of Ramesh, sir. And coming to second slide, these are the contents. These are the contents which I brief about today. Abstract, introduction, existing model, drawbacks of existing model, and proposed system model, schematic diagram, flow chart, and so on. Coming to abstract of this project, In this project, an intruder detection system has been built with an implementation of convolutional neural network using Raspberry Pi and Gmail system. CNN algorithm, which is stored in the cloud, is basically classify input data is human being or not by using Raspberry Pi as a middleware and Raspberry Pi camera for image acquisition and efficient execution of learning and classification operations that are performed by using higher resources cloud computing offers. And this system is also programmed to allow designated users via SMTP services when intruders are detected. And coming to introduction of this project, we all are familiar with security systems like CC cams in shopping malls, offices, and homes. But it has to monitor 24 hours continuously. Here the power is wasted. This is a major disadvantage. But coming to this project, when we want to monitor, we will give power to it, and when we don't want to monitor, we don't give any power to it. So the whole operation is controlled by our hand. And this project is previously designed with using PIR sensor, but there are some disadvantages by using PIR sensor. So we implementing this project machine learning algorithm, CNN algorithm. And next slide please. Convolutional neural network have been used for speech recognition, image processing, and many more. By choosing over CNN, other than conventional neural network, power is saved, and algorithm focuses on learning key features and existing model. Coming to existing model, the system is in existing model. The current existing system will have PIR based intruder detection system. That means it will detect each and everything other than human beings. So there are major disadvantages by using this system. The drawbacks in existing system model: next, accuracy, low accuracy, and faulty PIR alerts due to PIR sensor. It will take some delay to give alerts. So we proposing the new model, system model. Next, okay. The problem can be solved by putting new algorithm like CNN algorithm and intruder and CNN algorithm, Gmail system, and Raspberry Pi. These are whole things makes as IoT surveillance system can be modeled as shown in the figure. And the schematic diagram of this project is shown in above figure. This project is software come hardware, and we use Raspberry Pi and Raspberry Pi camera. In camera serial interface connector, we will connect ribbon cable which is included to the Raspberry Pi camera. And this is the hardware schematic diagram of this project. And coming to flowchart of this project, we will start by giving power to that Raspberry Pi, and after setup installation, that means we will install some softwares like OpenCV, Python, like by using commands like sudo pip3 install OpenCV and sudo pip3 install utils and libraries. Utils means nothing but libraries which we require to operate the code. And setup initialization, that means we will download open VNC viewer. That means in order to control Raspberry Pi remotely, we will download VNC viewer, and here we open that code which we already previously dumped, and we start running that code. After that, it will start capturing. If any image detected, it will send Gmail to the user and stop the. And after, if it will don't detect any human being, the whole process repeat as usual. This is the system architecture of this project. Camera, when Raspberry Pi camera detect any intruder, it will send to the Raspberry Pi, and code will run. Whole process will take place on the cloud. Hotspot or router for clouding, and it contains cloud means delivery of hosted services via internet, and it will contain CNN engine and SMTP engine. CNN engine to support convolutional neural network, and SMTP for supporting mails, and it will send mail to the mobile user. And coming to hardware components, We use mainly Raspberry Pi. It is a small, low-cost, card-sized computer with set of features like general-purpose input-output pins, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth that can be used to connect, control, and communicate with external devices. And it is developed in UK, and it is widely used in many areas, weather monitoring because it is low-cost and mainly used by electronic hobbyists. And coming to Raspberry Pi hardware specifications, these are the hardware specifications of the Raspberry Pi. It contains USB ports, CSI connector, Ethernet output, HDMI output, and SD card slot, GPIO headers, and JTAG headers, and RCA video output and audio output. And the next, Raspberry Pi technology. There are two types of technologies in Raspberry Pi, Model A and Model B. The main difference between them is USB port, and Model A board will consume less power and does not include any Ethernet port, but Model B includes Ethernet port. This is the main difference between Model A and Model B. Coming to this project, we're using Model B, and the Raspberry Pi comes out with open source technologies like communication, multimedia, and web technologies, etc. And features of Raspberry Pi Model B. It contains 512 megabytes of
I'm really
SDRAM
sorry
memory.
to interrupt you, Navya. Can you please
Okay,
focus
sir.
on your major findings?
Okay, sir. Coming to CNN algorithm. I already explained about working, sir.
Yes,
Which
please go
slide
ahead.
do you want to?
Can I continue with CNN algorithm?
Could you please tell me the slide number?
Yeah, that's all. 19, slide number 19.
Okay.
This is the main algorithm which we used in this project, convolution polling and convolution polling, and architecture of CNN algorithm which we used in this project. And it is a deep learning algorithm which can be used input image and assign importance to various objects, aspects, image, and able to differentiate from one another. That means convolution means it concentrate on just one feature of the face, like eyes or nose or lips. It just concentrate, and from that part of the face it will detect other parts and reduce the pixels of the available area and just concentrate on eyes part. By knowing the difference between two eyebrows which is not similar to any human beings, it will detect that image. This is convolution. And coming to polling means it is similar to that yeah, slide number 20. Polling is similar to that convolution, but it is responsible for reducing the spatial size of convolved features. This is to decrease the computational power, and the process is dimensionally reduced. Furthermore, it is useful for extracting dominant features. And coming to 23 slide number. Here we use an Raspberry software tools and software tools like Python and Raspberry Pi. Why we use Python means it is very simple syntax and user-friendly programming language, easy to understand and easy to very not lengthy code. And Raspberry Pi we're using as hardware component. Raspberry Pi we're using Raspberry Pi software tool. And Raspbian operating system is a free operating system with set of basic programs and provides more pure OOC, and it comes over with 35,000 packages pre-compiled software bundle in a nice format for easy installation on the Raspberry Pi. And by using IDLE Python programming, we write code on the
Navya, I'm
space.
really sorry to interrupt you again. Can you please focus on your outcomes of this entire project?
Okay, sir. Slide number 27, please. This is the output when any intruder detected in the place, any industry or any company or any shopping mall, any home, it will capture that image and send that image to the Gmail of the user. Next slide, please. Okay, This coming to conclusion, we have designed an embedded human detection with a smart security system, which is able to capture image and sending them to the smartphones. And this project is a security system is proposed and real-time human detection is implemented. It will alert the client if any person has entered into the house or office. We could specify the use of the IoT in our everyday life, and we could make a new path to communicate us with our environment. And coming to future scope, to enhance and automate the security of our industries, cities, homes, towns, and the earth, this methodology can be used. The future scope will be more on developing algorithm by which we can surveillance a particular area with much precision and effectiveness. That's all about my project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions, anyone? Any questions? Okay, so I don't think anyone has a question. Thank you very much for all the presentations. Are we done with the presenters? I believe this was the last presentation.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Yeah, my project is a design of intelligent management system for greenhouse agriculture using IoT. And I think you missed to call this project presentation by K. Vijay Kumari.
I don't think so. You know, my coordinators are very well efficient to call each and every name.
Yes.
So you are talking about K. Vijaya Kumari, Smart Electricity Monitoring and Control. Is that the one? Or Vijaya Kumari, Design of Intelligent Management System for
Yes,
Agriculture
sir.
Greenhouse based on IoT. This is the one?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so we would be giving you 4 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I'm also you missed my project name, sir. I
Which
am
one?
under Ramesh Kumar, sir. Ultrasonic blind stick, sir.
No,
Using GPS and
we haven't. I'm really sorry. We haven't missed on any project. We have been calling the names constantly, but I don't believe, you know, why some of you might not have responded. Because
sir,
everyone else
it's
has.
my time is my SN time is 12:50 to 1, sir.
Agreed. So
Yes.
your name was called. We are going just in the series of the presentation. We haven't jumped the series.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So
Okay, sir.
you can quickly start with your presentation.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sorry for the interruption, and my project was also not called, sir.
That doesn't
As
happen,
any
please.
time was 2:10 to 2:20.
What's your name?
Yes, sir.
The name of your project? What's the name of your project, please?
Home automation using GSM, sir.
Home
Home
automation.
automation using GSM. Sir.
So that was Fanimala's presentation, if I'm not wrong. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So that we called up, and somebody said that rather than this, the person has changed it to something as IoT based coal mine safety project, and that's why we have changed this to this one.
No, sir.
Okay, so I'm giving each one of you 3 minutes to present your major findings. Is that agreed?
Okay, sir.
Okay, fair enough. So start with the first one, the agriculture one. Quickly, please.
Yes, sir. Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, please. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. The title of our project is Design of an Intelligent Management System for Greenhouse Agriculture based on IoT technology. This is done under the guidance of K. Vijay Kumari, ma'am. This is the content I'm going to cover in this presentation. Coming to the introduction, greenhouse helps to protect the crops from many diseases, particularly those that are soil-borne, splashes onto water in the rain. This method not only leads to the higher management cost, but also brings a series of problems such as low production efficiency, waste of resources, and environmental pollution. The main aim of our project is to demonstrate the design and the implementation of various sensors for greenhouse environment monitoring and controlling using IoT technology. This is implemented to overcome the challenges like high humidity, water evaporation from soil, and sudden changes of fall in temperature than a certain degree. the existing method is in traditional method of farming. Human laborers are required to visit the greenhouses at specific time, and they need to check the values of humidity level, light, and temperature. So here we came up with an advanced one, which is GSM and SMS technologies. Using IoT technology. This helps mainly to retrieve the data for n number of times without any limitations. Also, we are using here Blink application, which is user friendly to all the users. This is the block diagram. Here we are taking these three sensors as inputs, which is a temperature sensor, light sensor, and moisture sensors, which are connected to the analog pins of the Arduino UNO. And the outputs are DC bulb, DC fan, and AC pump, which are connected to the digital pins of the Arduino UNO. The power supply is given to the 12 volts transformer, and it will give the AC voltage. Here in this project, we require DC voltage. So here full wave rectifier is used, which is used to convert AC voltage to DC voltage. And voltage regulators and filter capacitors are used to maintain the constant voltage and distribute the equal voltage to all the components in our project. So these are the hardware requirements. Temperature sensor is used to measure the temperature.
We are almost clear with this idea. Can you, brief us as to what were the outcomes of this project when you have tested it in real life situation?
Yes.
Have you tested this in the real life situation?
Yes, sir.
Good, great. So what were the outcomes of this project?
In the greenhouse, when the temperature goes to the less than 37 degrees, then when it exceeds the 37 degrees, then the DC fan will be automatically turned on, and when it decreases than 37, it will automatically off. And coming to the moisture sensor, we have set the value for greater than 500 condition, and if it exceeds the 500 value, then the pump will be automatically turned on. And light sensor is set for 250 condition, and if the light sensor has the value less than 250, then the light will be automatically turned on. So these are the inputs we have used, and output can be seen in the LCD module and also in the Blink application. Here we can see the three different values: temperature, moisture, and light. This is our project kit, sir. That's all about our project.
Thank you very much. That was a very crisp and good thing made out of it. So any questions, anyone? Anyone has any questions? Okay, if no questions, then we move on with the next presenter, please. And please stay back with the time limit.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. My name is Narsambika. Yeah, today I'm going to explain my project about blind stick.
Your project name is? Can you share the screen?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Ultrasonic blind sticks.
Yes, sir.
This is the one. Okay.
Yes, sir. This my screen is available, sir?
Yes. Batch 11 it shows.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good.
Wait a minute. Yeah, this is the first slide of my project, sir. Ultrasonic blind stick using GPS and GSM based tracking system under the guidance of Ramesh, sir.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Your slide is not visible.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are still on this batch 11 of yours.
Yes, sir. Now, sir, is it visible?
No.
No, not yet. Not yet. We are still on this batch 11.
Sir, no?
Yes, that's available now. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Narsambika. Today I'm here to explain my project about ultrasonic blind stick using GPS and GSM based tracking system. And under the guidance of P. Ramesh, sir, ultrasonic blind stick is mainly used for the blind people, which are physically challenged people. The sir, is it visible?
Yes, please. It's visible.
Yeah.
We are able to see the abstract now.
Okay, sir. According to the World Health Organization, about 30 million people are estimated to be permanently blind worldwide. These peoples are totally dependent on others. In this technology, in this control technology world, where people start to live independently, this project proposes an ultrasonic blind stick for the blind people to help them gain personal independence. And this stick is integrated with ultrasonic sensor, GPS, and GSM based tracking systems. And this is the introduction. The main problem with blind people is know how to navigate their way where they want to go. Such people need assistance from others with good sight. So our project is used for that people. The ultrasonic sensor is used to detect obstacles without touching it using ultrasonic waves. And this system is consists of two ultrasonic sensor, one for the detect any obstacles in the path of navigation, and other one is used to detect pits. Pits is nothing but by finding the depth. Water sensor is used to detect the presence of water. I'm not taking more much time. The major components used in my project is two microcontrollers, which are Arduino Uno and 8MEGA328P, 12 and 12V battery, GPS module, GSM module, ultrasonic sensor, buzzer module is for output purpose, voltage regulators, filters, capacitors are for the circuit connection, and other components are also used in my project. Now I'm moving to the next slide. This is the block diagram of my project, sir. Ultrasonic sensor and moisture sensor are the input sensors.
We are clear with this idea of yours. You know, when you presented the abstract, we got a clarity on as to what is your intention to do this. So can you can you please focus on the findings, the outcomes of it? Have you practically tested it? Tell me one thing.
Yes, sir. We are practically tested it in my college under my guidance, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Ultrasonic sensor is used for the detect the obstacles without touching it, and
Agreed,
water
agreed.
sensor.
That is agreed. That's what I'm saying. If you can please focus on this thing, that what were your major findings of this project?
Yes, sir.
And have you delivered any of such stick to a real blind man who is a person with a disability like this? God save anyone from such a disability. But have you actually delivered to someone, and have you tested that if it is really working?
We tested in our college only, sir, but we not provide any stick for the such people. But
You must do that, because I believe the type of thing that you are trying to develop on, it's actually maybe useful to many such people with such type of a disability. That would be a help to them.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Please continue. Please continue on to your findings. What were your major findings?
Yeah. The major findings, I already discussed about ultrasonic sensor and water sensor.
Yes, yes.
And other feature is also there in my project, sir. GPS and GSM tracking system. GPS and GSM tracking system you use it to detect the stick where the stick will. The blind people was missed their stick. With the help of GPS and GSM, we can get it, sir, by sending message through the stick, sir. And the output of the buzzer stick was a buzzer, sir. Using buzzer, the output was produced, sir. This is the outcomes of my project, sir. And this is the hardware kit of my project, sir.
Okay.
That's it, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Any questions, please, anyone? Okay, so now we move on with the last presentation of the day. Okay, now we move on with the last presentation for the day. And that was some GSM based something. Okay, yes, that is it. Smart GSM based home automation system.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please go ahead. You have your 3 minutes to do this.
Okay, I am the student of Aditya College of Engineering. We have done the project on smart GSM-based home automation system under the guidance of Saimatha Sailaja ma'am. And in this PPT, I will discuss about all these topics. Now, coming to the introduction, home automation is nothing but it is defined by is the process of automating activities related to the home, household, or housework. Practical items such as lighting systems, washing machines, and refrigerators can be conveniently accessible and managed when a home is automated. The home automation is developing new technology that is being used by both the public and private sectors to improve people's quality of life and eliminate unplanned casualties. The problem statement in for our project is home automation systems are available that use Bluetooth, Zigbee, infrared controllers, or radio frequency technology, among other technologies. This poses a significant challenge or risk of electrical disasters, such as fire outbreak, to people outside their immediate vicinity who inadvertently left their appliances on or off. So, proposed method. By this project, we have proposed that of home automation systems in the not too distant future. This study examines and implements home automation technology using a GSM. So GSM is nothing but global system for mobile communication modem to manage household appliances such as lights, fans, and other electrical appliances using an SMS. This is the block diagram of our project, and the microcontroller is connected to GSM module, power supply, and relays, and phone and GSM module is connected in free space. And this is the flowchart how our project works. And we have used the hardware components like GSM,
now you can
4-channel relay.
Please focus on what were the major outcomes of this project.
Okay, sir. This is our circuit diagram. And the right side part is our hardware kit. And the left side is nothing but communication between communication which has done between the user and the GSM module. And this was the outcome when we have done in the college. So the system enable one remotely control electrical appliances requiring 220 by 240 volts 50 Hz power source. This is achieved by simply sending an SMS command to a dedicated SIM card embedded in the system. Thank you.
Okay, have you practically implemented this?
Yes, sir. We have controlled our classroom, sir, by using this case kit.
Okay, good. So definitely it may be a next, that may be a future thing. That's you said it quite correctly that it's not a very distant future that we will be seeing home automation being done. Thank you very much. Any questions, anyone, please? Okay, thank you very much, everyone. That's all for the day, and that's all for the session. In any the coordinator, please.
Yes, sir.
So
since the presentation has been completed prior, the presentation slot has been moved ahead. Sorry for the inconvenience. The best paper and the best paper presentation awards will be announced via email.
Only one thing before we wish each other a good day and goodbye for as of now. I see many bright, brilliant students coming up from Aditya Engineering College and presenting their presentations or presenting their projects as presentations. Only one request to all these engineers, make this reality happen. Don't just stop it just as a project in your engineering studies. No, this should actually turn into a commercially viable, maybe a startup, maybe a product or a service coming up to us, so that maybe 5 years down the line, I also have got a home automated system, or I also have got a fluid control system, or anything like that what you have proposed in your projects. So maybe me or any industry, whomsoever the consumer is, we should all be at an advantage of this knowledge that you have gained in your engineering classes. Thank you very much, and thanks to all the professors who have guided you onto this project. And thank you all the participants who are today being a part of this knowledge sharing effort by IFERP. And once again, I thank IFERP for this wonderful session. And I should say, this pool of intellects being brought together by IFERP's efforts. So my coordinator, who has very efficiently conducted this session, so thanks to you, ma'am, and special mention of Preeti, who has made it possible for me also. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for your present. Thank you so much for your contribution toward our conference, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
On behalf of IFERP, I heartily thank all the delegates and students who have contributed to the conference success. The conference, which focused on discover the difference and exceeding the vision in multidisciplinary research studies, and it was a great success where eminent session chairs from various universities addressed the gatherings. We take this opportunity to thank all the session chairs, delegates, and participants for your vital support and time for the ICIRET-22. Thanks to the generous response and active engagement of the organizing committee members and editorial board members. Congratulations to the best paper and best paper presentation awardees, and appreciates all the participants for their hard work. Once again, thanks to all the session chairs and students, committee members, and participants. Stay tuned with us for further conferences updates from IFERP. Thank you.
Thank you.